Airbuds, welcome folks to the Wonder Years for all your Animorphs rereading and eventual rewatching needs. I'm Sarah.
And I am Blair.
And I'm Satah. Sorry, there was voting discourse on my Facebook, so I got distracted. But I'm here now. I'm Satah. It's me. I'm on this podcast.
So before we get into this book, I have two things that I have to say. I have two stories that I have to tell. One is not related to this podcast whatsoever. One is very related. So the first story is that last night in the Discord for Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a friend of the show, Sue, mentioned that for dinner they had made a grilled cheese on sourdough with cheddar jack and some tomato soup and a pomegranate on top of everything. I was like, oh shit, I'm making that tomorrow. So I go to the grocery store today and I get all the shit. I get the last loaf of sourdough that they have on the shelves, and I look at the butter and I think to myself, do I need butter? And I'm like, no, we've got some at home. So I get home and I scour the fridge for 10 minutes and there is no fucking butter. I know this is the most mundane thing ever, but I've been looking forward to this all fucking day. I worked for 10 hours today, and the only thing keeping me going was the idea of that fucking grilled cheese, and I'm so sad.
Rip.
I totally understand the devastation. That you expect butter to just come preloaded into every refrigerator. Or at least some, butter
We had butter until last night when my roommate used the last of the butter, and I did not know that they had used the last of the butter.
No, I get it. And you expect butter to just be extant at all times in your refrigerator. No, I get it. I understand the devastation.
But anyways, I'm heartbroken, and if I asked one of my roommates to grab some butter on the way home, and if they do not get it, I will go to a gas station after we are done recording and buy some butter.
If you're listening to this live, just like we did on our fear baiting, tweet F at us for the grilled cheese.
Yeah, this is new user, listener interaction. Anyways, the other thing that I wanted to bring up is something that I found while browsing the Animorphs Wikipedia, the Seerowpedia. There's trivia for the this book that we read today, which was The Suspicion, book 24. Mm-hmm. We're back in the mainline series now. There's a bullet point under the trivia that says Anibase, Orsonwatch, and so I click on that, and Anibase is just the fandom, I guess, and I click on Orson, and here is the opening sentence. Here's the paragraph of Orson's Wikipedia page. Orson was cover artist David Mattingly's black and white cat who died several years before Animorphs was published. Ever since then, Mattingly tries to put pictures or mentions of his cat as hidden Easter eggs in as many pieces of his art as he can. He did this for many of the Animorphs book inside covers until Scholastic asked him not to do it anymore.
No! A, that's so sweet, but B, fuck Scholastic, because that deserves to be there.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that is good. That's a good fact. I like to learn it. I like to know it with my brain.
Yeah, Orson, I love you.
Hey, gang, great news. I Googled Animorphs 24 to get another look at this cover, and in the second row of image results is just a thumbnail from a DeviantArt post named Andalite Carcat versus the Animorphs. So I think
epic rap battles of history. Who would win?
I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Andalite Carcat. If I'm gonna be frank here.
I mean, he's already so proficient with the hammer and sickle.
Yes. Is the implication here that all Andalites are communists? Because that certainly cannot be true.
No. I meant I was more referencing the fact that their tail it's more of a side than it is a sickle that they have on their tail, but similar enough that I think it's not a 1-to-1 obviously, but I think you can transfer some of your skills from one to the other.
And yet neither of those things helps with a rap battle. So
you don't know that. How many rap battles have you been in, Satah?
Do you want me to start detail? I probably have a very storied rap career.
I believe
you probably do.
Satah, also, it's not. This isn't written down anywhere. This is an Airbud style rule. There's no rule saying that they can't. If you cut off your opponent's head with your scythe tail, you do still win the rap battle. That's not grounds for
that's absolutely not true. No.
I think
no. If you are fucking losing a rap battle and you cut off your opponent's head, you cannot ever rap again because they're like, wow, you could not even spit bars so hard you decided to just murder your opponent. Boring and bad. It didn't even rhyme.
Also, I'm pretty sure rap battles are not a lawless Like they're not
Do they
a
have
wholly
a code
sanctioned...
of conduct?
Well, yeah, for sure. What doesn't?
Are they above like the human laws?
Listen, I'm not saying you won't go to jail for it. I'm saying you will win the rap battle.
And I'm saying you're completely wrong. You will be disgraced.
Listen, hold on, Satah.
I'm on Satah's side on this one.
Let me take this one step deeper.
Oh, okay.
Let me just take this
You're
one
on
step
thin fucking
deeper.
ice, Sarah. You're on thin fucking ice.
So, you know how in this book they kill the captain?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you murder someone in a rap battle, you win the rap battle and are excommunicated from rap battles forever.
No.
Okay,
No.
fine.
No.
The ice gave way. I fell straight fucking through. This sucks.
If anything, it's the opposite. Sometimes you're allowed to continue rapping, but everyone will make fun of you.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about this book, though?
Well, I kind of want to talk about rap battles.
Okay, let's do some rap battles of Animorphs. So if we were to do a bracket here, I think,
Well, I mean, I think we'd have to do like it'd have to be like who would get the buys?
well, I think Jake would lose immediately, no matter who he's against.
I think Jake would just like recuse himself from the tournament.
No, he has to try because I want to see him try.
Okay,
so
but who
bad.
gets the buys? Because the way that we'd have to set up the bracket was 6 people, we'd have to give 2 buys.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I said the word bracket like I knew what I was talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about.
A buy means that they immediately pass the first round to get to the second one.
Oh.
Why even have a bracket?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Listen, all right.
That's not my name.
I'm
We're
gonna
on fucking blast this episode, Sarah.
What? Blair said make a bracket, and I started to fucking contort this shit to his wins. And now I'm getting yelled at because I tried to be flexible.
Understand why, if you have a bracket, like the point of a bracket is like the fun of seeing who passes. Why not just have one less branch? Why not just have one less branch if you know who's going to win the first one? Why not just not have that branch? Why not just start with the second branch of all the ones you know are going to win the first one?
Say that. Think of it this way. Let's say we do. Okay.
That is fair. I was so just a little background for where my head is at right now. I spent the last 2 hours of work today listening to the last bottle episode of Campaign, wherein anyone who know that but also it is just utter chaos because of the deliberation thing. So I just want to continually create rules for the situation that we're in, which is a podcast that shouldn't have as many rules, but I just desperately want to give Sarah demerits and pretend that those mean something.
Okay, I went to challenge.com and made a bracket. Y'all ready for this?
Oh, yes.
Round
this
one.
is the rest of the podcast. Sorry, listeners. We're not going to talk about this fucking book. We're going to talk about rap battles.
Round 1. Axe versus Rachel.
Oh, Axe. I want Axe to be so good at it. Just like he like has like an algorithm that he can like slip rhyming into. Also, I think thought speak is probably cheating. He
has to be a human morph then.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he loses immediately on that case.
Well, no, wait. Let me I have a concept for you.
Okay,
Because
bring
of-
it to the table. I'll allow it.
I have another concept, and I'll let you do yours first, but I have another excellent
I'll allow
concept.
I
both.
think Axe would be good at it because of the way that he experiences language, which is basically as taste. So he would just match words that have similar tastes, so he'd be really good at rhyming.
Alright, here's my pitch on it. Remember how Scatman John used to say that, like, the reason that he was so good at scatting is because he had a stutter as a kid and his entire life long? And I'm sure if you don't know this fact, that's fine. I was just a weird kid who, like, had an obsession with Scatman John.
Sure.
Yeah.
And?
What
Are
I'm
you saying that'll make him good?
what I'm saying is Scatman John was an andalite who got stuck in human form, and like the stutter was just him like never really getting quite over the sensation of how words feel.
Okay, but this is a rap battle, not a scat battle.
No, this is a tangent. This is why I'm saying that I think it would be a close fight, but I think Axe would come out ahead on that one.
Yeah.
Jake versus Tobias. That's a Tobias win, right?
Yeah, Tobias, I just want him to, like, inexplicably be able to, just
Freestyle
spit-
really good.
freestyle a, like, sonnet. you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said freestyle like Sonic, and I'm like, does Sonic have an illustrious rap career that I'm unaware of?
It was the 90s. I guarantee Sonic has rapped.
Yeah.
There was a Right Said Fred song about Sonic.
You know what? That counts.
It does count.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah.
there were two songs about Sonic, because obviously there was "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt," but then there was also Wonder Man.
Yeah. Also, Jake just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Baby
All right.
boy.
Second
He's a
round.
baby boy.
Second round. Cassie versus Axe.
Axe. I don't think Cassie has the, like...
Yeah, Cassie does not have the fire.
She's like, so internal, you know?
Yeah.
I bet she could write a beautiful poem, but I don't think she could battle.
No, that's fair. Tobias versus Marco.
Oh, man.
So here's the thing. I go two ways with Marco, where I'm like, I think he'd probably be bad at it, but the thing is, I also think that he is the one who's most likely to, like, practice freestyling out loud alone in his room.
Oh, absolutely, 100% is.
I don't know if it'll be good or not, but
Satah. You can have both. He can practice a lot and be fucking awful at it still.
That's true. That is true.
You
even if this is really, really bad, it's going to be the most fun. I guarantee you that.
Oh, sure.
My name is Marco, and I'm here to say I can turn into an elephant in a major way.
He'd do so many, like, of those, like, hashtag raps, and they'd all have, like, nerdy references, and there'd be a point where everyone's like, I don't know if that rap was good because I didn't understand anything you said, and Jake would be like, woo.
Supporting his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful.
So who are we picking in that? Is that just a Tobias win?
It's so hard, isn't it?
It's
so hard.
I think that...
I like how this is, like, more arduous than it was when Blair and I did, like, the 50 movies that we did.
Here's one thing. I think that Tobias would accidentally get, like, really personal and not mean to, but he'd accidentally be, like, super mean. And Mark would be like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay,
would Tobias like just like instinctively make a "your mom" joke and then like be like,
I don't think. Tobias is in no state to make a "your mom" joke. Sorry, Toby, but
for sure not. No, I think it's more of a case of something like, Tobias's rap is better, but he makes Marco cry, so he's disqualified.
Yeah.
And so we have Weepin' Marco versus Axe in the final round.
Which is the final one I wanted anyway, so this is fine.
See, this is the thing. I want them to, like, just form a duo, you know?
Yeah, that's what happens. Like they don't choose. They end up just doing a team up or whatever.
Yeah.
Their powers combined makes them the most powerful freestyle rappers ever.
Good news, guys. My roommate just texted me back and said, yes, I will buy butter for you at the grocery.
And that brings it all full circle. Do you want to talk about this book?
Let's talk about Animorphs.
Yeah, let's get... Wow, that was so elegant. Okay, let's get into it.
So this is a Cassie book, and we start off with This starts off with a quote from what the fuck was it attributed to? Yeah, the Helmicrons.
Helmicron. Yeah.
But it was called Galaxy Blaster, which I confused momentarily for Galaxy Quest, the funny Tim Allen movie from the 90s.
Oh, sure.
And I was like, damn, is this movie going to be about how Galaxy Quest was all real?
Galaxy Quest real? I just want to part the curtain a little bit. I read half this book last night and then listened to the other half of it in a quote-unquote audiobook, which was just a woman, like a voice to, like a text-to-voice sort of automated thing. So, which made these quotes at the beginning especially enjoyable, I think.
That's great. That's very good.
So we get this thing that I have a bad habit of not reading the quotes at the beginning of chapters anyway, so I kind of didn't understand what was going on for a bit. But
I assumed it was a misprint at first and just skipped it.
That's valid.
Yeah, and then Cassie was like, and I'm not talking about the Blur to Blur. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but the word is like tingling a like memory in my brain. Where have I seen that word before? And then I was like, oh, the top of the page. Let me check that out.
Real quick, but because I'm curious, but how did this book grab y'all? Because like this is like the hardest sci-fi we've really had out of it. One of the hardest sci-fis out of the Animorphs that we've had. Like, which is already. I mean,
I don't agree.
It was a little bit on the goofier side. I think it's definitely.
It's the most like Star Trek I think Animorphs has ever really gotten.
Yeah, I can see that.
The most filler Star Trek, I guess.
The aliens were like. Yeah, we're like sci-fi camp, like 100% sci-fi camp.
Absolutely, like the most like 60s ass type sci-fi aliens we've had.
This was an extremely weird one to come back to because this one did kind of feel just like
it felt Megamorphs vibes. Can I be honest here? Like the story was very Megamorphs vibes.
Okay, well you say that, but the thing is, Megamorphs 1 was very good and had story implications. Megamorphs 2 was let's go back in time. Sorry, rip, none of this matters.
Yeah.
So here's where I'm coming from: is that I have a very, very specific hatred in my heart that a lot of people don't harbor. That is for shrink stories.
Really? I didn't know that about you.
I don't.
I get it. I 100%.
No, I get it. I get it.
I don't know what it seems like something that should delight me, but I liked a lot of the parts of this book, but it's also the most I've skimmed any of the books that we've read so far.
Honestly, same here, but for completely different reasons. Because I just skimmed like the last like 10-15 pages. Honestly, I mean, I read them. I know what happens, but like.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I totally get where you're coming from, Satah, because like. As soon as they were like starting to get really small, I was like, I don't like this.
This is way too small.
I really hate this.
See, that's the part I liked. I thought that was interesting. When they got like microscopic, I was like, ooh, that's doing something new and fun. It's all the other shrink parts. I was like, yeah, we get it. Everything's fucking big because you're little. Oh wow. And at one point, like they even
it's just Amelie. It's literally just Amelie.
Cassie even lampshades it with being like, I know that I keep going on about how big everything is, and it's like, yeah, you do.
You're not. Be a more interesting narrator, Cassie. God.
It's like, yeah, it's one of those things that I can't even fault the series for because I know it's such a specific, weird problem that I have. It's like a dark mark on my heart that like is not the fault of Capelgate. But it's just like, all right, great, everybody's small. Let's see how they get big again.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but as people continued to be small, and then as more people were small, I was like, this is getting a little bit long in the tooth, I'm going to be honest
there was too much. Like, the shrinking happened way too early, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is just going to be the entire fucking book, huh?
I mean, obviously it was going to be the whole book, but yeah.
I mean, but like... As far as, like, I don't know. Like, there are a couple of, like, books that come to mind when I think of, like, gimmick books, for the most part. And I think this is, like, the weakest one of the ones I'm thinking of. I don't think we've come to any of the really other ones. There's another one that I'm thinking of that I'm really looking forward to. I hope it holds up. But, yeah, this one is, like... I mean, nothing really plot relevant happened much in this book, huh? I mean, we meet this alien race, but, like... Am I wrong?
No, nothing. Yeah.
Like, we meet this alien race, and then we also learn that David has not completely faded from everyone's mind. He's still mentioned.
Is he mentioned?
Yeah, Cassie mentions David by name.
And okay.
And says he's going to be a rat forever.
Okay.
Yeah, it made me think that the book was going to be a lot darker than it was because...
Become a rat forever.
What's that?
What was the thing we were supposed to do
when
Mountain Goats references got made that we decided
Waka
last
Waka?
episode? Waka Waka.
When was that decided?
You were too busy making Mountain Goats references to hear us decide that every time.
When was this?
You were in the episode, like last episode.
5 words for Sarah. You're at 6.
Blair,
if you get to 12.
Blair, you are giving me severe anxiety right now. I need you to know that.
I write a sternly worded letter to you if you get to 12.
No!
12.
Not about you. About another subject.
Blair, you are giving me severe anxiety right now. I need you to know that.
Not about you. About another subject.
12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. No, not about you. Maybe about whales. We know how I feel about those.
Whales.
There is some whale action in this book, but it was small, so I was okay with it.
There is. That's true. So I have to say, this book starts off delightfully strong. With like a full chapter of just Cassie and Rachel like flirting.
They literally do the barn version of like the rom-com, like painting a room and you boop someone on the nose with some paint.
Yes, but taken to this extra extreme where Cassie's like, no, Rachel's always too clean. She must be a supernatural being of some kind. And then she just throws mud at Rachel. Rachel hits it out of the air. And Cassie's like, show me your hand. That mud was wet. It must have stuck on you. And Rachel just refuses to show her hand.
It's so cute.
It's so great. Also, Cassie references a women's magazine that stopped being published 17 years ago.
Mademoiselle magazine.
Yeah, which made me laugh really hard. She's like, Rachel always looks like she stepped right out of Mademoiselle magazine. And I was like, excuse? Excuse the fuck?
Excuse? Excuse me?
It's just, yeah. It's delightful.
There's also a line very early on in the next chapter where Cassie says, I kind of like Jake, as in like, and then the next sentence says that he and Rachel are very similar people.
I also wrote that down. It was so, like, I'm gonna be honest, I have a crush on Jake. He's a lot like Rachel. No reason I said that, just noting it, because you guys already know Rachel. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna skip all around, because this book, whatever. There's a point at which, when Cassie's very, very, very small, when they're very small, not very, very small, actually. When they're first level of small.
Yes.
She talks about how they can't make very much noise and they're very quiet. And she says, in order to demonstrate how quiet we are, I would need to be able to print in microscopic text. I'd like to talk about the implications of this.
Okay.
Has it been known that the Animorphs know they're writing a book? We understand that they're talking to a narrator, but I've always taken that as sort of a more general, like, they could be thinking through it. They could be telling the story to each other, or their grandchildren, or a Hork-Bajir, or whatever. But this seems to imply that they are actively writing a book.
I don't like this.
No, like I think about that too. And this is a ghostwriter book, if I recall correctly, right? Because it comes after those big plot books we had. So this is.
I don't think so. No, I think K.A. Applegate.
Or is this a Capplegate Ridge?
I'm gonna double check that.
If it is a ghostwriter book, I think that would explain the fact that we have not considered this before, and now it's being brought up as it is a thing that exists.
The next book is the first one that was ghostwritten.
Okay, so this is a Capplegate Ridge, so she has to do penance for her like weird crimes. I don't know if we get like closure on that specific line of questioning. I don't know.
I mean, if we do, it probably won't be till the end, right? Like, that would be an end game type thing.
Right, yeah,
I
totally.
have sort of an answer to that, but I'm not going to say anything.
Good.
Is it spoilies?
I don't want to know.
No spoilies.
Well, the thing is that this entire book, this entire series, takes place inside a snow globe.
Oh, I see.
Oh, a snow globe in an asylum.
Yeah.
Where everybody's dreaming.
Yeah. And then if you wake up from that dream, an old man says Rosebud and then dies.
And then he dies in real life, too.
Yep. Just like...
and we are all the old man.
Just like...
And I dreamt I was old egg. That's a reference that someone out there is laughing at that joke, and it's neither of you.
And then Catch-22. All right, what happens next?
I've read Catch-22, Blair. You can't pull that shit on me. I know that's bullshit. That's just an out of.
That's anything. I just said a book name. I just said a book name, and I'm doing anything. Wow, you got very defensive there.
I thought you were trying to say that all of Catch-22 takes place in a dream when it's clearly just a classic example of non-linear storytelling. I'm sorry, I have very strong feelings about Catch-22. I like that book a lot. I probably shouldn't, because I doubt it aged very well, because the last time I read it was 10 years ago when I was a teenager. Oh, it's good? That is genuinely a huge relief on my heart. I thought that book might, like, fucking suck to revisit.
No, I read it 4 years ago when I was 5, I guess now, when I was a senior in high school. So
I was
sooner
like,
than
you were
did.
not 5 4 years ago, Blair.
I have the same thought.
Like, is there a 9-year-old boy on our podcast? Uh-oh.
I can't read. This 9-year-old boy can't read. That's a problem.
What up? I'm Jared. I'm 9. I never fucking learned how to read.
That's allowed. Hey, speaking of just like a deluge of pop culture references, they see a tiny spaceship.
And they're just like, how
start
many
being like,
sci-fi
"Is it-"
references can we make?
Yeah.
They say
And
Romulan a whole hell of a lot.
They do. They say Romulan a lot.
They could have very well been making all of this up, and it would have meant the same amount of stuff to me as it did before.
I caught more of it than I expected.
Huh.
Turns
I'm
out,
proud of you.
turns out I'm real nerd girl now. Yeah, it's basically the general plot of this is that there are very small aliens that are trying to get the Escafil device, which, by the way, have they not named it the Escafil device in the main series yet?
I think that's a Chronicles only plot point.
Okay, because they keep calling it the blue box, and I'm like, didn't we learn what this is called?
Yeah, and then Cassie literally says, there's a bunch of names for it, but I just fucking call it the blue box.
Yeah, which honestly I respect. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Like, I mean, I would not be calling it the Escafil device.
It's a cool name, though. It's a
I
good
feel
name.
like I would, but maybe it's because I say it every 2 weeks on a podcast. I'm kind of used to it.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I mean,
Um,
I wonder if they have, like, I wonder if Cassie has, like, a not accurate way of saying Seerow's kindness. Like Escafil device is to blue box what Seerow's kindness is to whatever.
Oh yeah, you remember when the Andalites gave the Yeerks all the tools of war they needed to enslave the galaxy? And Ax's like, oh, we actually have a different... And Cassie's like, no. Do you remember when the Andalites gave the Yeerks all the tools they needed to wage war and enslave the galaxy?
Do you remember when your stupid, like, your basically uncle-ish gave, like, basically caused the enslavement of the galaxy? Remember that?
they're not related.
No, they're not. I don't know why I said uncle-ish.
Because Seerow's like an
'cause
uncle to us all.
Well, I mean, more because Alaran relieved him of his duty,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Or was it the other Andalite?
I don't know.
Alarin yelled at Seerow.
Oh, that probably happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
We've like just come from like only knowing one Andalite to suddenly knowing enough Andalites that I'm
So-
trying to remember how they're related, which is very funny.
What was the lady Andalite? What was her name?
Shit. That was last week's book, and I do not remember.
I'm looking at all my notes. 'cause I'm not taking notes. Aldrea. Sorry, when I don't. The only name I remember from last episode is Esplin because I copy pasted that name.
I can't believe you actually did
I
that.
cannot believe you did that.
I
said
wouldn't
that
have
as
done
a
that.
joke.
I was
said-
trying to stop you from having to do that.
I know, and I said I wouldn't, and I meant it, and then I realized that it would be way funnier to do it when I said I wouldn't do it. So I kind of fucked myself with that one.
Listen, nobody's nerfed.
I'm kind of nerfect.
You are nerfect.
I'm, pretty nerfect.
I'm so tired right now. This is gonna be the most brain dead podcast we've ever done. I'm like so tired.
Yeah.
So they have.
By the way, we are
we got-
half hour, but just letting you know, we are a half hour into this podcast, and we have at least 2 questions at the end. We do not have a lot of legwork to go from here to the finish. So just
What even
Fine,
happens in
barely
this
anything
book?
happens.
Oh, come on. Oh, they just get really small and then they get big again. It's fine. There's the book.
I'm
Yeah,
so
that's the
sorry
book.
about the clipping.
Like,
I haven't been
legit, the plot is that
But I just
they-
felt like I said that, and then you just felt like you had carte blanche, to be like, oh, let's just fucking fast forward. Let's get to the end. I'm sorry for my shitty cackle there.
No, it's fine. I love it. You were saying, Satah?
Well, we went on a tangent because we were talking about the Escafil device. And
Yes,
basically
which
what
is very
happens in this
important.
book is that Cassie has hidden the Escafil device in a deactivated water pump. These
Yes.
tiny aliens come and they steal.
Oh yes, the aliens are tiny. We did not mention that yet. I just realized the aliens, they are tiny, and we referenced their ship, but then we got kind of caught up talking about how there's like 50 different names for it mentioned, and they're like, is it Romulan? Is it Klingon?
We haven't mentioned anything. That's why I was saying.
Please, let's say to carry us through this podcast. We're delirious.
The aliens are tiny, and they are flying like a 4-inch ship, and then everyone gets hit with a fucking shrink ray. But you were saying, Satah,
that they're trying to steal the Escafil device because they're going to use it as a power source. And so the entire book is people getting shrinked and unshrinked and trying to play keep away with the Escafil device. Because of course the controllers get involved. There's this great plot where the little aliens have technology that can sense morphing energy, and Cassie has the brain genius, but unironically idea to be like, oh no, it's none of us, it's the other person who can morph. And Marco's like, who the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, Visser 3. And so she sets the tiny aliens on Visser 3.
I just want to let you know that we were on the same tip with that, because my notes do literally say Cassie pulls some absolute brain genius shit.
Yeah,
and then,
I love.
And then in the next chapter we learned that all of the aliens, I wrote their names down, Helmicrons. All of the Helmicrons that they've encountered so far are women, and the men are enslaved. And this is a misandry book.
So here's the thing about this.
Yeah.
So
you good back there behind your hands?
I'm so frustrated that the first alien species we've encountered that doesn't seem to have like a biologically determined gender binary is this weird like women are crazy and men are subservient like deal. So
Yeah.
they still have a binary, but they have it in a stupid way where it's like trying to make a point, I think, but isn't. I don't know. I
don't know what it's doing for real.
If I may be so honest with a very unfortunate thing I'm going to say, this felt. I don't think Capelgate is horny, but like this definitely felt horny for some reason.
I don't get that.
But,
I
okay,
kind of
listen.
don't want you to explain. But...
All right, you know what? That's fine. I won't. I'm not saying that anything presented here is anything that I'm horny for. Believe me, I would absolutely own up to that if it was.
I know this, and I love you.
This reads horny.
I don't. I mean,
Listen,
I guess I get it, but like I don't.
There are people out there that are going to hear me say that and know that we are talking about a book in which a race of aliens who dominate men shrink people and enslave them, and understand what I am saying. But that's fine.
Mean, I guess, but also, all of it is so strange. Like, exactly, I feel the same thing, Satah, that you were saying. It's like, I felt like they were trying to make a point.
Yes, yep.
But I don't know what that point was supposed to be.
I will say, at the end, the thing that paid off for me was just because it let me have a little joke inside myself, which is that at the end, when they're sending all of the, male species away, being like, hey, you guys need a male liberation movement.
Yeah, Marco's a men's rights activist.
Yeah, but then their answer to that is, you're right, we should kill all the women. And it's like, wow, this is accurate. That is what men's lib is.
Yeah.
K.A. Applegate knew well before the rest of us that we do, in fact, live in a society.
It's a good joke.
Thanks.
So, okay. I know we're skipping all around.
I retract 5 of your demerits because you made a good joke.
Hell yeah, back at ground zero.
There's a couple of things that I really loved in this book, such as Rachel constantly defeating the aliens off screen and then have someone run in and be like, hey, we can escape. Rachel hit them with a brick.
And
then running in and being like, hey, we're good. Rachel beat them with a tire iron. And it's like, Rachel, what are you doing? And then
there's an entirely separate book that I need right now that is the big people's part in this.
It's so funny.
Just Rachel being a fucking brick sniper is so good.
I love the inclusion of that because there's a moment where Axe gets to have his natural Andalite arrogance. He's like lecturing these little aliens, being like, yo, you better leave because of physics. This brick weighs more than you, and she'll throw it at you. And Rachel's like, yeah, we use these to build our houses. And Axe is like, hey, Rach, if you want aliens to be impressed by you, maybe don't mention that you use, like, weird cube rocks to make stuff that you live in. It's like,
I also like
I
that
love Axe so much.
I would die for him in an instant. I also
He's such
really
a dick.
I know. I also love that part where the fucking Helmicrons are like talking with Axe, and as they assume that he is a human for some reason, and the Helmicrons are like, we do not need your feeble human intelligence, and Axe is like, I am not a feeble human, and Cassie's like, hey, what the fuck?
yeah, and he's like, oop, my bee.
Sorry.
He also tail blades a brick in half, which is terrifying.
I would die for him in an instant.
I would be killed by him apparently with more ease than I'm comfortable with.
Oh my god. But yeah, then there's like a completely indecipherable, like, 20-page scene of them, like, in a limo with Visor 3 and Chapman's driving, and then some weird shit happens, and then they're like on a bird or something. I really don't fucking know. Go on.
There's just a couple moments I want to shout out before that happens.
Yes,
sure.
Namely, Jake falls down beside Tiny, Cassie, and Marco. By the way, the people who get shrinked, first of all, are Cassie, Tobias, and Marco. And Tobias is a bird.
He is a bird the size
same
of
height. Well,
Cassie.
he's 3 inches tall, but so is Cassie.
Yeah.
So relatively, he's the bird the size of a human, but they're also just both the size of a bug. And Jake falls down beside, and Cassie I love her so. She's so weird and morbid sometimes. She looks over and looks at Jake's face, his, like, huge, relatively giant face, and says that his eyes were like brown and white swimming pools, huge globes that looked as if they might pop and drain down like runny jello. Which
I guess.
And then also described a
like,
pimple that he has.
Yeah, but it's just very much like, yeah, I understand that you're trying to do the, oh, we're little and you're so big, you're not such a big thing, everything big to me is so little. But to be like, to do that by, that's what they sound like.
Continue.
To do that by being like, describing what would happen if you popped someone's eyeball is crazy.
Cassie's be crazy.
Cassie is so good.
I love her.
And it's revealed that they still morph to their relative sizes. So if Cassie tries to turn into a bird, she turns into a, point blah, 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 inch
Small
bird.
Small.
And this drives me crazy. It isn't until the end, until it's plot relevant, that they realize this probably works for morphing big too. Wouldn't that be the first thing you try if you're like,
okay,
oh,
but what is a 4-inch elephant gonna do?
Also, hold on another quick second, because they go to the gardens because apparently absorbing new DNA you're not going to be tiny, you're going to be big. And I got to tell you, the feeling that y'all may have felt while reading that is exactly how it feels to read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Sorry to keep bringing it back to that, but like that's exactly what every JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fight feels like.
It's just so crazy. It's so crazy because it's just DNA. Okay, when you DNA into a different animal, like you don't get your wounds go away, and then when you DNA back into yourself, your wounds, because it's just DNA. So when you morph, either you stay small or you get big.
I mean, this actually made total sense to me because...
You are crazy, but go ahead.
Because the DNA is stored inside of them, basically.
It's stored in the balls.
The DNA is stored in the ball. I mean, that's like...
That's actually true.
Very literally
that's just a fun fact.
Because the DNA is stored inside of them, which... is how we get things like Cassie being allergic to alligator DNA and having to, like, exercise it from her body, because the DNA is literally stored, like, inside of you. And so when they shrank the humans, they also shrank the DNA.
I don't think that's how DNA works. You don't... your DNA isn't smaller.
Small DNA.
That's not.
Smaller
it's not.
things have smaller DNA.
But
Geralt, how big's your DNA?
Geralt's
Smaller than
DNA.
mine.
Geralt's DNA is the same size as your DNA. I guarantee you that.
It is one big. I guarantee you. Both of you.
No,
both of you have DNA that is one big.
You chromosomes is the same. You have to understand. Say that's not real science. Are you?
I didn't think it was that funny, but then Satah started losing their goddamn mind.
It's a good book.
Have you doubled back on this one to say it's good?
I don't know. It's just that, like, it's a thing that made complete sense to me as I was reading, and then I started saying it out loud. It's like, this is nonsense.
I do want to have a very good moment. I do want to discuss a very good moment. Yeah, while Satah's like done wiping up the tears.
Yeah.
When they're like having a showdown with Visser 3 on their way to the gardens on the back of a bird or what the fuck ever, because I do not remember.
Yes, that's what happens generally.
Yeah, the Helmicrons show up when the Animorphs are trying to fight Visser 3, and Visser 3 just looks at them and looks at the Animorphs and like turns to the Animorphs and is like, "Hey, these guys kind of fucking suck. Y'all
They collaborate."
He literally uses the word annoying, which is so funny. And he's advancing.
It's so correct.
He advances on the Animorphs like, "Ha, what a strange battleground we found ourselves on for our final showdown, Animorphs." And then the Helmicrons are like, "Hey." And he's like, "Fuck. Shit. These motherfuckers. Can we... Do you mind? We just real quick, because I'm like so done with them."
I love Visser 3 so
They
much.
almost do it, and I was so excited. And then Visser 3 is like, "No, I'll just kill you instead." And then everyone jumps off and lands on anteaters, which they absorb anteaters and become giant and slurp the midichlorians into the mouth. And they're like, "We're holding you hostage. Go home."
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
I need to stop saying that.
No, you have to keep saying it.
So
Yes.
That's a rule. I have to say that before my every rant now.
Yeah, or demerits.
Or demerits, I understand. They come to a standoff where they've basically got Helmicrons and Animorphs and controllers. Visser 3 has an anteater morph, and they're all like holding various of the other parties in each other's mouths. Mm-hmm. And Axe has his tail blade against Visser 3. So they're at this standoff where they all like, I don't know, like they're all anteaters.
Gotta make clear they are all anteaters having a standoff.
Which is great.
Except for the ones that are very small and Axe.
Yes.
And so they all like work together to unshrinkify each other on threat of death to each other. Why the fuck? I know that, like... Okay, so here's the thing. I know that Visser 3, like, has Tobias in his mouth. Cut Visser 3's head off, rescue Tobias, unshrinkify them, trap all the human controllers in a jar like fireflies for 3 days, and feed them with the crumbs from your lunch. Like, let them run around in your little lunchbox at school and give them, the last bit of your Oreos, and then wait for the tiny Yerks to come out.
Okay,
and then you've saved a whole bunch of human controllers, and then unshrinkify them.
Satah, I just sent you a message, but, so here's the thing.
Yeah?
Oh, she sent me a picture of the Thing from the Marvel comic of Fantastic Four, the superhero.
That's a good joke that works really well in an audio medium, Sarah.
We explained it. It's funny.
Okay, but there was just like 3 seconds of dead air where I, like the listener, had no idea what was happening. Me waiting desperately for a punchline.
Satah, can you please do me a favor and just splice in, like, from the movies, just Ben Grimm saying it's clobberin' time into, like, that 3-second gap for me?
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can beat one of those things!
Yeah. I was like, does the thing have some sort of iconic line that I can reference here?
He does.
Yeah, he
That's
says it's
good.
clobbering time.
Good for him.
So yeah, everything goes back to normal, and then Jake is like, "Hey, Cassie, you want to go to the and then he's like blushing and not looking at her, and then says the beach, because earlier in this Rachel and Cassie had come home from the beach, and Jake was like, "Wow, hatawat balhabiyat," and saw Cassie's breast like bazonkadoos in a bikini, and was like, "Oh no, I cannot look at this."
Cassie's never worn a bikini in her life.
No, it's
never.
Not a bikini. It's not. It's a one piece, but it's still too much. It's too much. It's still too much bapalapadupadoos for Jake to handle.
There's a great moment here earlier when Marco and Cassie were the only ones shrank. Marco's like, "Well, I guess we have to give in. Create a whole new race of tiny human babies together." And Cassie's like, "Marco," and he's like, yep, nope, focus. And then now that Cassie and Jake are going on a beach date, Marco's like, "I see how it is now that we're not tiny anymore. You're just gonna go running back to Jake." Okay, Cassie, I understand.
I love Marco so much.
Also, we had a very important milestone in this book that I completely forgot about until just now. I think this is the first time that Axe calls Jake Prince Jake, and Jake does not correct him.
I don't think this is the first time, though. I think he's not done it before. I think at least once before.
Sometimes, I mean, no, he's definitely done it before, but just out of, like, exhaustion.
Yeah.
Where it's like, "Yes, Prince Jake," and Jake's like,
Yeah. I think he was interrupted here, which is why he didn't correct him.
Yeah.
But it definitely was pointed out by Cassie, and I did enjoy hearing it.
I just like to imagine like Jake gives the same kind of like just like sigh at like everything every time Axe does it, like kind of the same reaction that I have when my parents dead name me for the 5th time, and I'm like, this isn't worth correcting.
But this is romantic, is the thing.
It's romantic, yes. It's like that, but in the good way. It's like the polar opposite of my feel.
Right.
So not what you were saying at all.
Listen.
It's okay. It's okay. No demerits.
I know that we've like called out some great Axe moments. There was one that holds a special place in my heart because Cassie's dad interrupts them at one point.
Oh,
Axe, like,
yes. I just forgot about this until right now. I'm so excited for you. Okay, go ahead. Go.
Hides behind a bunch of cages and comes out in human morph. And Cassie's dad is like, "What were you doing back there?" And Axe is like, "Oh, I didn't want you to see me. But now I don't mind." And Cassie's dad's like, "Okay, where are you from?" And Axe just starts naming places. And then he finally says, "Can I be from Canada? I'm from Canada. I'm Canadese."
Canadese nuts.
Yeah. Somebody in Canada chat also made that joke.
Was it someone that I know? Was it someone that I know? Just a quick question.
Okay, just to quote Axe, only you would know that. I don't know, maybe.
You got a point.
Only. Axe has so many good. Yeah, because when Cassie's dad is like, "Do I know you?" Axe is like, "Only you would know that." And I'm like, "Who are you?"
And there's a moment when they're having, a tiny shrunk battle, where all the other Animorphs who aren't shrunk run up as cockroaches, and Axe comes up as a wolf spider, and everyone's like, "Fuck." And the first thing Axe does while he's this terrifying, relatively, like, Costco-sized spider compared to these kids is like, "Hey, everyone, did I make a mistake when I said Canadese?"
I love him. I love Baby Boy.
I love
Baby Boy.
I love him so much.
And I wrote down, like, when Visser 3 gets shrinked, I was like, I want a tiny Andalite. Imagine a little Andalite working at an engraving store.
Oh, good.
Just like writing little slogans on shot glasses and like making custom flasks for weddings or whatever.
Yeah, no, totally. No, exactly. I love that. No, I seriously love that. That's great.
Yeah.
That was very good. Is that the book? Did we do the book? Did we do the whole book?
I think there's a couple like rapid fire. We of course get a moment where all the kids almost die. We get a moment where Axe is ready to die.
Yes.
We get a great the Helmicrons, I have to say, as much as I'm skipping over them because I think they're kind of weird, I like how boisterous they are. There's a moment
Yes.
where Marco and Cassie and Tobias get, drum roll, captured on purpose. And
oh, I love
it's
Captured on
great.
Purpose.
I love Captured on Purpose. And the Helmicrons are like, aha, yes, you see our might and tremble. And Marco's like, well, I see your might. Where's your tremble? And the Helmicrons are like, what? And Marco's like, God, fuck, why did we ever get captured by people who are funny? It was so mad. And they as we very briefly mentioned, which is crazy because it's a wild part of the book, their captain is dead. They kill anybody who gets to a certain tier of leadership. They kill so that they can't make any mistakes, which felt very Andalite to me, but in a weird, like the opposite, like they kill them instead of lying about them.
Yeah.
I love that. And so they basically drag Marco and Cassie to their dead captain, and they're like, you have to grovel. And they're like, we don't know how to grovel. And the Helmicrons are like, oh, we'll just grovel like a human would, I guess. And so Marco just like leisurely like lounges on the deck of the ship, just like lays back as chill as he possibly can. He's just starts ranting. He's like, oh yeah, I'm groveling like a boy who doesn't have a date to prom, and the only girl left is the head cheerleader. And Cassie's like, well, Marco's got an audience, so he's just gonna keep going, I guess.
I love you, Marco.
He's such a theater kid.
I know. Sometimes the moments when I identify most with him, I'm like, uh-oh.
Do you want to get into questions?
Oh, sure.
I think so. Oh, do Andalites have more fingers than humans?
Oh, I picked up on that too, but I wasn't sure if it was because
because they just cut off. So
right, yeah, that's what I thought. It was either he has more fingers than a human does, or someone's thumb just got cut off.
Yeah, because a controller manages to grab the Escafil device as the Helmicrons are trying to get away with it, and Axe just cuts the controller's thumb off, and then they describe a hand with more numerous and slender fingers, and it's Axe's hand, and I wasn't sure if that was a joke about Axe just having cut someone's thumb off, or if Andalites have a lot of hands.
I think it has to be a joke about the hand getting cut off.
I guess so.
I don't think that would get mentioned otherwise if they
There's a lot of weird Axe body stuff in this. They're fighting on one of Axe's legs for a while, and then their bird fight is because Axe morphs into a bird, and the people who were on Axe's hand and Axe's leg end up on the same wing, and then someone's like, his hand must have melded with his leg to make this wing. And that's...
They mentioned the fact that Andalites have fur, which, I mean, makes sense, but also made me very happy to hear.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. And yeah, I think that's and then we're all cut up. We took sort of a winding
road.
It's, if you haven't, I can't describe how madcap this last 20-page fight is. Everyone's fighting each other. Controllers are fighting Animorphs, and they're fighting the Helmicrons. They're all fighting each other. Everyone's trying to get the Escafil device. The Helmicrons are just shrinking everybody they can. They're sort of just darting around this war zone, shrinking people. So people are just alternately getting really small. It's...
You know what this feels like? This feels like someone's tabletop campaign. Doesn't it? Doesn't it kind of?
It definitely has. Yeah, it has.
Everyone
some of that
keeps
vibe.
rolling really poorly.
Yeah.
Except for when they get crits.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into some questions.
Okay. So, at What is Cosplay wants to know, how would Axe react to Galaxy Quest, Star Trek, sci-fi, etc.? So my answer to this, I have a very good answer for this, and I think my answer to this is that Axe would just be the sexy Dennis Reynolds that they get to do accent stuff for Wired videos sometimes.
No.
You haven't seen
But yes, but continue.
This guy looks like if Dennis Reynolds had not if Dennis Reynolds was a decent person, this is what he would look like.
Okay. Sure.
Let's see if I can find it real quick.
I'm interested in what that might look like.
May I just say that I believe we've had Axe canonically reacting to Star Trek at one point, or he goes to see a sci-fi movie. I don't remember if it was specifically Star Trek, but I think it was. He goes to see a movie and is surprised at the things they got right and laughs at all the things that they got wrong. He's like, oh yeah, that's a real species,
right.
but that's not how time travel works. Laughs.
Oh yeah, he just be insufferable to watch anything with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right?
like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but like times a billion.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's worst tweets.
Yeah, and he's the one who, like, gets, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson about Neil deGrasse Tyson, you know? So,
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, see that I would pay to see.
yeah.
That's actually going to do it for questions this week.
Oh, just the one?
Yeah, just the one.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think we answered a lot of philosophical questions of our
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
in this
Sure did.
episode. Does DNA get small? No.
Does DNA is small?
No.
Sometimes.
Well, it is, but does not. DNA will not. Smaller animals do not have smaller DNA. I do not challenge me on this one, Satah. Do not.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of The Wonder Years. If you would like to find us elsewhere, we can be found at Twitter, at The Wonder Years, Gmail, thewonderyears@gmail.com, and on Patreon, patreon.com/fearbaiting. $1 a month gets you access to any bonus content we do, as well as voting, early access to the episodes as well. $5 a month gets you access to, nope, not access, gets you the $1 level stuff, but also you get a message right on the show, and also you get to have your name right on this and the fear baiting. And then at $10 a month, you get to make us watch a movie for fear baiting, but it has to be scarier than Donnie Darko. So thank you very much to Paul Bechtel, Paul Moran, Sophie, the cool Sophie, Kit, and Michael Kaiser. I'm just writing them off by memory, so I forgot Michael's name for a second there. We love you more than everyone else.
Yes, we love you so much. If you want to find my stuff on the internet, you can do so at Blair Kitch on Twitter or blairkitch.tumblr.com.
If you want to check me out, you can go to @sunhatjania on Twitter. That's ZHENYA. That's also my Mastodon, sunhatjania @snouts.online, and my Twitch, and also Tumblr, Chiesauchnakas. And also check us out on Fear Baiting, our sister podcast, where we're wrapping up Schlocktober this coming Monday with We Hate Movies All-Star, contrarian extraordinaire, Chris Cabin. And also listen to Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, which is a leftism podcast that I co-host with 11 of my friends.
You have so many fingers and many soups. Hey, Satah.
I'm Satah. You can find me on Twitter at nudity with an E instead of a Y. You can check out my other podcast that I do where I solve tiny problems with the power of song at Music for Molehills or Musical Mole on Twitter. You can find other music that I do at
gaygothvibes.online.
Yeah.
But that's gonna do it for this week's episode of The Wonder Years. Until next time, I'm Sarah.
I have been, and perhaps will continue to be Blair.
Evidence suggests that I'm Satah.
All right, both of you are trying out for the part of Elliot fucking Kalen. Only one of you's gonna get it.
You know what? We'll do whatever the fuck we want.
And until next time, keep your hands on the escapade device.
Oh, so you just get this one this time. I see how it is.
Honestly, yes, good build.
24 demerits for everyone, including myself. I will be rating myself as turning together.